when you work so hard, it's not going to be tolerated. It doesn't look good out there. So if I yell sometimes, I'm sorry. Oh, I snorted. Not making any money this way. Hey everybody, welcome back, and welcome if you're new. I'll do the quick intro. I'm Shiloh. I recently graduated with my PhD, and then I unexpectedly lost my job. And so I'm out here door dashing so we can eat, basically. I'm working on my career stuff, but it takes time. I'm developing high school courses, so anyway, that's why I'm out here. Apparently, according to a comment, I am snooty for mentioning my degree. Oh, you know what? I have my microphone and I need to plug it in. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, we should be back with the microphone. So today is, I think this is my first full day back, post injury. I did dash last night and another partial day, I think, and I did okay. I still haven't actually done stairs though. Like, I haven't had an order in those dashes that were like any more than a few stairs, like no apartments. So anyway, we'll still have to see how those go, but seem to be okay so far. Anyway, so like, I don't remember if I just finished what I was saying. Anyway, apparently, according to somebody, I'm guessing a troll, who left a comment, I'm snooty for mentioning my degree. I don't know why that makes... Oh, and for mentioning that my son is taking college courses. I don't know. Anyway, I'm honestly, I'm not mentioning that to like come across as snooty or anything like that. It's actually because I know there are others out there who might be in a similar situation, and it's frustrating, and it feels like a huge step back when you work so hard for that, higher degree, and then to just apply and not even get interviews or anything, and you're not sure like what you're doing wrong. It's just frustrating. And I know it can be partly because of the economy. So, I mean, there's so many factors, right? But anyway, the point being, I have come across many comments from people that are in a similar situation. And it's just nice when you come across somebody else in a similar situation, you just feel less alone, right? So anyway, that's why I mention it. And it's just, this channel is obviously, hopefully, not always going to be a DoorDash channel. It's my journey with my degree, and I hope it can be like, comfort and inspiration maybe someday as I work towards my ultimate career. Anyway, I don't want to go on and on about it. I just wanted to address it because I woke up to that comment, and I was, initially I was, of course, miffed. And I'm going to delete those comments, guys. Like, I don't want this community to be a negative, like, hateful comment place. It's not going to be tolerated. It's my channel, so I'm going to delete the comments and block you. So don't bother with your trolling. It's just going to go away. Waiting for an order, and it doesn't look good out there. It's like there's only one small like pink area in all of West Richland and Richland. Yay. I hope it gets busier. So, yeah. We're just gonna wait for an order now, so I'll come back. Well, I made it to the West Richland spot. I don't know if I'm gonna hang here long though, because there's no hot zone here on the map. But that doesn't always mean that there is no hot zone. But it's 9:20 in the morning. I'm out here earlier. So there's a lot of places here that aren't open yet. There's a Starbucks open, a McDonald's. I think the Jamba Juice, I think, is open. Obviously, Target and those places are open, but there's not a whole lot over here. So I'm guessing I'll sit here for a couple minutes before my antsiness just doesn't let me sit here. I'd rather be driving around. And yes, I know that uses gas. But I have to keep my sanity doing this. So now I have to get used to, like, I can talk normal because of the microphone. Before I was like, I felt like I was kind of yelling so you guys could hear me. So if I yell sometimes, I'm sorry. I'm still getting used to the microphone. All right, let's see if we get anything or if I get antsy and drive away. Okay, as soon as I said that, we got an order for from McDonald's, 670 going 4 point something miles, 4.7. It's not super, but you know, some first orders just aren't great, but we're gonna do it anyway because I'm here. Like I was right next to McDonald's, so. All right, let's go in. What do we think the chances of this being ready is? I say small because we are too close to the restaurant.
Go ahead.
Thanks. Oh, I'm shocked. That actually wasn't bad. Okay, maybe I was wrong. This is... Son. This is not going where I thought. It's taking me actually towards West Richland. But I don't think it's going to West Richland. I think it's going...
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Kennedy Road.
Clearly, I don't know where it's going because it is going towards West Richland. I did not see West Richland. Yes, but I didn't have my readers on. Oh, I snorted. Ignore that. So this is going close to where I live. Okay, I guess I'm basically starting over. That's not as good. Oh well. So this is the frustrating part of accepting an order like that looks decent, because now that I know where it's going, this is a round trip. So it's more like 9 miles. So the pay doesn't match. But not much I can do about it. I already took it. And we do have a Taco Bell out there. It's like our only chain. I think this is it. It says 101. Okay, that one's done. I basically delivered here before, not to that apartment, but or that townhouse, but now we gotta drive all the way back into the zone. And hopefully it's busier by the time we get back. Okay, I don't even know if I can record this way because from what I see, it's like just bouncing like crazy because of where it's mounted. Guess I'll see. We're in Richland now, and it is dead. Like, I have not had anything. Oh, I may have to keep adjusting my schedule. I actually adjusted it recently because our son is basically an intern at the dojo because he is interested in possibly someday teaching karate. He loves karate, like loves it. He goes 4 nights a week and he looks forward to it. Like, he just loves it, which I think is great. So we had like a sit down talk with his Shihan, which is like a higher up sensei, for those that don't know. And he just asked, or we asked Shihan a bunch of questions about what it looks like, you know, to have a dojo. The best way for our son to get an idea if it's something he would like to pursue was just to get in there and get a taste of what it's like. So he'll be helping in the lower belt classes, especially what's called Little Dragons, because they're the 5-year-olds, you know, 5-6-year-olds. And it can be challenging to work with little kids. So he's already had one evening of interning, and he liked it. He did see the challenge of Little Dragons, and there was only one kid in there. So I'm curious tomorrow if there's more. He's going to get even more of a eye-opening working with little kids. But he did like it. He liked the class after that was the white and yellow belts, and he helped in that class as well. So anyway, so I adjusted my schedule because of that. But so far Wednesdays are just, it's too slow. I don't think I'll keep coming out early in the morning if it's going to be like this. Not making any money this way. I don't like it. I don't want to be out here for nothing. Just have to see if it picks up. All right. I'm just parking for a little bit. I'm kind of like basically in the middle of a lot of things. So we'll see if anything comes in. In the meantime, I figured I would do fun fact or story of the day. And hopefully I'll get interrupted. So you'll have to hear the rest of it later. I'm trying to use reverse psychology on DoorDash app. It'll work, right? Anyway, so I think I mentioned
the university I got my bachelor's from was a private university. It's no longer there. It was through our church, which at the time was very big, and now it's not. Anyway, so one of the requirements, though, that they had was you had to volunteer with the outreach program. So you had like things to choose from that you could do. They had like a retirement facility that you could go and visit with elderly. They had another facility where you could go and help with disabled children. And the one I chose even though it was quite a drive. It was like a 45-minute drive. And again, this is in Texas, so rural Texas. So I chose the Equestrian Therapy Center as where I wanted to do my volunteer time. And it was so amazing. Like, I can't even like just explain or describe how amazing it was. So basically, it was mostly for kids, and any kid that had like mobility issues or developmental issues, intellectual disabilities, anything like that, they could come to the Equestrian Therapy Center for a type of therapy. Well, while I was there volunteering, we had a little boy, and I don't know what his diagnosis was. We weren't given that information. It mattered to a point as far as we had to know like what he was capable of doing, and what the goal was. So beyond that, though, we weren't privy to any what his diagnosis was. Anyway, so when he came, he was basically underdeveloped. So he was very, very small for his age. And not just in height and overall, but in muscle tone as well. Again, I don't know what it was. I could guess, but I don't know. So they had a special saddle for kids like him, and it would fully support his entire body on the horse. And our job then was to be on each side of him, and then somebody would lead the horse. So I was one of the ones, we took turns, but I was on the side of him supporting many times. So when he first came, the beginning of the year, he could not, he had to have full support. He had no muscle tone to sit up on his own. And we worked with him. I don't know how often he came. I know how often I was there, and I think it was just once a week. So by the end of that school year for me, going once a week to work with him, he went from needing full support to not needing that full support saddle. He was able to sit. We were still on the side of him, with our hands basically still on him for safety, but otherwise he was able to sit there on the horse and ride without the supportive saddle. It was amazing. You wouldn't think that just sitting on a horse could do any good, but it does. It works all those core muscles, and it's fun too. He loved being on that horse, and we would just do this big loop around this open pasture, and it was just fun. And then it was fun too because we also got to go on a trail ride, and I loved riding horses. I rode horses a lot. I helped bring cattle in on my friend's ranch. I had 2 friends that had cattle ranches, and I used to go with them and bring cows in. I even got to help separate. That was really fun. Anyway, so that was my outreach experience and equestrian therapy. If you haven't heard of it, a lot of areas have equestrian therapy centers, and they do rely on volunteers. We have one here. And I really want to volunteer. Unfortunately, my allergies have they were bad then. I had to be careful. I had to take allergy meds before going there. And then I wasn't able to brush any of the horses. I couldn't do any of the tack because my allergies to horses are so bad. Bad. Especially my eyes. My eyes it's bad. So I just had to do workarounds. Anyway, if you have not heard of them, and you're able to, I would look and see if your area has them because they really need volunteers, and it is really fun, and inspiring. It's just amazing to work with the kids and even maybe adults that go and get therapy there. And it's also good for teens. If your teen needs to do some volunteer work for their college application or their resume or anything like that, it's a really good one to do. Anyway, that's my fun fact story of the day. We still don't have orders, so we're going to head to Kennewick. I don't want to sit here anymore.
Hey, we finally got an order as I was heading to Kennewick. It's a Safeway shop, $12.50 or something like that for 3 miles. It is a 21 plus order. I didn't think I saw alcohol in there, so it might be cold medicine. I'm not sure, but anyway, it's a check recipient's ID order, so hopefully it goes smoothly. I did check to make sure there was no cases of water because I don't think I'm ready to do that with my injury. So, all right, just pulling in. there is alcohol, beer in this order. Oh, forgot my ID. Okay, let's try this again. I got my ID now. Hopefully we can find everything. Okay, got everything. Just need the beer now. One can of beer. It says aisle 9. I don't know. Maybe it's down here. Okay, I had to ask for help, but it's not a single can, it's just a 6-pack. But I found it. Okay guys, I have to do a voiceover for some of this because the microphone died and I didn't know. So I just was saying I brought my sandwich here. So a lot of footage will just be lost for this video, unfortunately. Thankfully not too long. A little bit of a wait. So I'm sure I'm telling you how far this has to go, and I think it was like 5 minutes, so not far at all. And then the extra tip actually ended up being $1 more. So I'm just making my way, to the drop off, and who knows what I'm saying here. I have no idea. Like I said, there will be some lost footage, and now I'll have to decide if I'm going to keep opting to use the wireless mic, because it didn't give me a warning at all on the phone that it had died, and it didn't default back to the phone microphone. So that was really frustrating as I'm editing this video. So anyway. And I think I remember here I was saying how that was a really easy drop off and that I was trying to make a U-turn right there, and yes, I made a U-turn. Everything was fine. Okay. It's a pretty nice day. The breeze is a little chilly, but sometimes that feels good to me. Could that be ours? I'm showing how big this order is. It was huge. That's a hefty order.
I want to go.
So I remember here I was telling a story that gas station right over there to the left, we used to live near this area, so when we were kids, we would walk to that gas station to get the little mini tacos. We loved that. So this whole area just kind of was my old stomping grounds in Kennewick. So I was just telling that story. And then this area is near where I went to high school. So we passed my friend's house back there that she was my stand partner in orchestra. And then my parents used to bank at that bank right there, but it was a different bank name. So again, this is just like a nostalgic area for me. When I was sitting here at this light, that police right there was actually turning onto that road where other police were in the process of shutting the whole street down, like blocking it. And I was wondering what was going on, so I messaged my sister to have her turn the scanner on to see if she could hear any chatter. So she messaged me a little bit later and said that she did hear chatter and they actually had the high school in a lockdown, but then she also heard that they could unblock the road and the high school was no longer on lockdown. So I don't know what happened, but something went down. And here I was very annoyed because not only was it a crap order, it was a hand it to with a pin. And I went to the address and walked in there and they said, oh, she works at the clinic across the way. So then I had to walk across to where the clinic was and get a PIN number, and the lady didn't have the PIN number. So she had to get it all for $4.20. So I was a little annoyed and starting to bitch and moan again and had to probably tell you all, okay, I'm going to go and calm down now.
Thank you.
Welcome. Go ahead.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What? Do you want a cookie or a frosting? Yeah, what flavor?
Okay, so here I am telling the story of what happened with that order. I got there and was just about to verify what beer was ordered when the customer called me. And he requested that I do a side order for some cigarettes, which is not allowed on DoorDash. You can't order those on DoorDash. Nor can you take a side order like that. It breaks company policy and you can get deactivated for it. And that's what I told him. No, I cannot do that. And he tried to entice me with a very large tip and was very persistent. And I got very uncomfortable. So, being that this was an alcohol order, I knew I had to go to his door, scan his ID, and get him to sign for the beer. And at that point, I decided to call support and be unassigned from the order due to safety concerns. I was not comfortable that this guy was being so persistent and offering such a big tip for some cigarettes. So I just went with my gut, and my red flags were just all over the place, and I did not feel comfortable at all. So I don't take safety lightly with this job. So I got unassigned from the order and had him blocked as a I won't get any future orders from his account. So that's what I'm explaining here. Unfortunately, I did not get to finish that order, which was going to be my last order because it was just so slow. My knee was a little tender, so I ended up ending the dash after that and just figured that was my sign to call it a day. All right, that's what happened. So I also end up doing my goodbye here. Thank you all for watching. I'm sorry this video didn't turn out the way it should have. Hopefully my filling in with the voiceover was good enough. We'll get it figured out for next time. Obviously I need to charge my wireless more often. So I ended the day at $49. My active time was 1 hour and 45 minutes, but I was out there for 4 hours, so not a very good day at all. Actual crap day. But it is what it is. It's $49 for food. I appreciate you all watching. Please hit the like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And I hope to see you in the comments because I love responding. Again, only nice comments. Mean comments will get deleted and probably get you muted and banned from the channel. Anyway, I hope you all have a great weekend coming up because I think this will come out on Friday. And I'll see you next time. Okay, bye-bye.